My fiance passed away horribly, but if he were alive, I would dump him. I, 33F, met my fiance, 30M, let's call him Mike, in 2021. We met the old-fashioned way, on a dating app. We had a lot of common interests and hit it off right away. A few months into dating, he told me he had a heart condition that was flaring up. I was already in love, so I told him we'd face it together. He decided to stop working because his health was so bad, but had a family friend who'd help keep him afloat financially. My daughter, from my previous marriage, loved him and we were a happy little family. He paid his own way, bought my daughter sweet gifts, was thoughtful. I did nearly all physical labor, including cleaning and shopping and getting his meds and taking him to appointments. When he felt able to, he'd cook. Fast forward to August 2023, and Mike gets much worse. He's in and out of hospitals with stage 4 heart failure. By December he ends up at another hospital almost 2 hours away. I know this is the end. He's progressively getting worse. He hasn't accepted it, but I know it's coming. I know this is the last time I'm driving him to the hospital. By January, he's hooked up to an ECMO and dialysis. By February, he's intubated and only speaking in blinks. He passed away early February? Here's where my rage comes in. Everything this man ever told me was a lie. He told me he was keeping his car in the garage because the registration expired. The family friend that supported him for the past 2 years had co-signed on that car. Turns out he hasn't paid anything on it. That friend is now on the hook for the entire cost of the car. Meanwhile, he was blowing money on the dumbest shit, like a $700 ice maker. He told me he'd gotten sick after we met. Nope, he'd been sick for years and knew his life would be short. He'd been telling me the entire time that he had a savings account he wouldn't touch, and when he died, it would go to my daughter. Never existed. Told me his friend had his motorcycle in his garage. Never existed. Kept referencing his storage unit. Doesn't exist. Mind you, I never asked for any of this. I never wanted money, I do fine on my own. Every day, more and more lies come out. Everyone keeps telling me how lucky he was to have us in the end. But what about us? Were we just meant to be a prop in this man's story? My daughter isn't even 4 and has lost 2 dads. Now here I am, with everything this man ever owned. His ashes. His entire life belongs to me. Everyone sees me as his widow, but no one knows that if he were alive and I found all this out, I would have walked away and never looked back. I spent 2 years taking care of him, and all he ever gave me was lies. It's all such a damn waste. Edit. 1. The old-fashioned way was a joke, y'all. Good lord. 2. I'm bending on an anonymous Reddit post. This doesn't impact him. He's dead. All y'all coming to his defense, acting like I'm besmirching his fake name are weird. 3. I didn't ask for nor need his money. I do fine on my own. I paid for him more than the other way around. The point was the lies, and all the backstory he made up to support them over the years. 4. I made a mistake by being with this man. Bringing him into my daughter's life. I have to live with that guilt for the rest of my life. Calling me a shit mom doesn't make me feel any worse than I already do, but thanks for trying. 5. If you think I'm mad about the money, I'm going to ask you to think a little deeper. Imagine you found out your spouse had built lore around random lies. Brought other people into it. Fucked over loved ones. Suddenly it makes you question everything. Edit 2. Eternally grateful to Reddit for giving me space to vent this out and making me feel heard. Even if you think I'm trash, you heard me and that means something. I'm ready to close this chapter, so I won't be responding any further. Much love, y'all.